Hi guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here with my daily Facebook Live, and we're on day 22, I believe already. It goes down so quickly. For those of you who don't know what I'm doing, I set myself my own 50-day challenge, and one of those things I've got to be doing on it is my own daily Facebook Live. The reason you set yourself challenges, it gives you a sense of accountability and things like that. It creates a good routine for yourself and a whole lot more. So they're well worth doing, definitely worth doing. So I recommend anybody to set themselves a challenge and get going with it. It doesn't matter if it's not a 50-day, you can do a 10-day, you can do a 30-day. I've even done a 100-day one before, which seemed to take forever. But I got through it and it went right through into the Christmas period even. And so you could just get going. But it did do wonders for my engagement and algorithm at the time. So it does work. I'm already seeing the increase. I'm already seeing the change. So definitely get on board with them, and if anybody wants to jump on, I can invite people onto this live. So if you want to jump in, I've got my regular lady Ilse often turns up and jumps in. Yesterday we had 4 people, so if you're about and you want to get involved, then sure. I take it that's Carl. Hi, Carl, you're here again. You're obviously watching from the Facebook group. There is a link inside the Facebook group, Carl, that says streamyard.com/Facebook. It's above the live somewhere. Because Facebook's funny with groups, it doesn't show your pictures and things like that, but it does on the normal timeline feed. I don't know, it's a Facebook weird thing, but I'm assuming that's you, Carl, so that's good. So there's today's subject. I normally pick a subject from a post or anything that I've seen or anything else, and yesterday I had this almost a very similar conversation 3 times, so I thought the best way to do it, I'm going to cover this on a live. And the post title is called it's not a race, and it basically came up first of all yesterday when we had Matty on, and Matty sort of broke the live duck, if you like, because he was really sort of shy about coming out on camera and things like that, and we were on the OLSP Zoom with Wayne, and he said he really wanted to sort of try and get seen on camera and join in and stuff like that, and that's how he turned up. Yes, mate, Carl. Brilliant, Carl. Start the show up. That's good. Yeah, if you're watching from the group, Carl, it's a weird thing. It doesn't show me your name or your face. It's all to do with Facebook permissions thing. Like I said, there is a streamyard.com/Facebook. There's a link above the original post for the live. You should find it on there. But if you watch it on my timeline, then it's fine and I see who you are. It's a weird thing. Yeah, so what it's called is not a race. And Carl came out yesterday and... not Carl, sorry, Matty came out yesterday and mentioned that, you know, he wasn't earning as much as he'd like to be. He'd been there since sort of March, and he'd earned quite well, in my opinion. He is around the sort of $600 mark. And we got Eels as well. They're all turning up now. Have I not given you the link? I did send the link to your live, Eels, to your chat. I did. She's got dodgy she's got dodgy internet. Okay, well, yeah, you did get the link. I did post it over to you this morning. I can drop it to you again if you need it. And what I was getting back to, I mentioned to Matty that it's not a race, because you'll get all different people on your team, and you'll get people that can everybody works at different speeds. Everybody learns at different speeds. Everybody works at different speeds and things like that. And you're going to get team members that come in that you won't need to do much with. You know, they'll get on board, they'll get on the training, they'll pick it up. Maybe they've had some experience before, and they just run with it and they fly out the gates, and there's not much you need to do with them. And then you'll get the complete opposite. You'll get the complete opposites of that. I'll just put my ears on because I've seen my co-hostess who's come on late again, but you know we're gonna. So
casually late. I have
casually late. Yes, Carl, that's better. I can see you now. I can see your name and face now. It's a Facebook thing if you're watching from a group. Carl's one of my first dominators. He's been quiet for a little while. But
you never forget your first dominator.
No, he's one of my first ones. Yes, and he's a good guy, but he works extremely long hours. He's a coach driver and he's away from home a lot, and he's trying to get back into the groove now. So yes, that's better, Carl. We can see you. So the subject for our latecomers, Ilse, is it's not a race. And I was just covering, and you'll be able to talk loads about this because you've got a good team of mixed people. And I was just saying, I covered about Matty yesterday when he said, "Oh, I've only earned about 600 since March," which I think is a good amount anyway.
How many? 6?
He said on the live yesterday, "I've only earned $600 since March," and I pointed out to him. I said, "To some people that's huge, because a lot of people don't earn anything." But what the point of the thing, because I had that conversation with him yesterday, and then I had 2 more exact conversations yesterday, where people said the same thing. I seem to be taking a long time. I don't seem to be earning very much. So, hey, and look at this. We've got Chris here saying, "Hey, Chris." Chrismy, yes.
Chrismy, yeah.
Chrismy. If you want to join, do you want to hop on, Chrismy? If you do, just say, and I'll get a link to you. Oh, you can. It was one or two. Let us know if you want to jump on, and we'll put you on. And what I was saying to then I had the same conversation twice yesterday afternoon. With 2 people, 2 different people said to me, I don't seem to be doing very well. So I thought I'm going to have to talk about this on the live. I thought this is today's subject, which is why I called it. It's not. Which is why I called it is not a race. Christmas.
Okay, Chrissy wants to join. Chrissy, we have a topic today.
We have a topic today. Let me just get there. I think I've got him on my messenger somewhere. If not, I'll give me a moment, people. Give me a moment. I don't think I have him on messenger. Did you have him on messenger, Els, or not?
On messenger.
Let me have a look. Well, we're going to get a link to you in 1 second. Everybody learns at different speeds. If you have a look for him, Els, if not, I'll find him on my phone. You're going to get people that run out the gate. As I said, you're going to get people that come in, they may have experience already, or some people just pick things up quickly and they'll grab it, they'll get the training, they'll get it together. I've got this, and you won't need to work with them at all, and they're going to fly. And within 2, 3, 4 weeks, they'll be out there. Other people, I've got a classic example on my team, just take the time, and they get the time, but he's getting everything done step by step. He's going through all the modules and the slow modules. He's got it. He's getting his email set up. He's been with me quite a while, but he has upgraded. He's gone all the way. He's getting his email set up and things like that. Let's see if I can drop it into the chat. Oh, Carl wants to come on too. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So I'm going to drop it in the chat. Hang on. Bear with us, guys. We've got people wanting to jump on now. On my. No, I did the same. I did the same thing. Let me see if it goes into the chat. No, it's only gone on to the YouTube one. Okay, I can definitely get Carl's. Bear with us, people. We've got people wanting to join us.
Yeah, the more the merrier. It's growing. By the end, you won't stop.
It is, which is good. So my message is really playing out. They did this to you the other day, didn't it? I couldn't find things. 1 second.
No, the topic,
I was right down.
It's not a race. It's not a race. You do it on your own pace, as long as you are consistent. That's all.
I've got Carl's. I've sent Carl's out. Bear with. I did have Chris Marie yesterday as a friend, so let's have a look.
Chris Amir, I give you the link to your messenger.
Oh, you've got him? Yeah, because I've just found him as well. There we go. Right, we're back. Sorry about that, people. Right, so Chris Amir is there.
Hello.
Here we go. Hey, Chris
Amir.
There we go. Sorry about this mix-up, people. We're normally a bit more organised than this, but it is the weekend. Carl, you've got a link.
But we welcome weekend accuracy.
No problem. Just
Carl, you've got the link as well. So, Carl, if you want to join in, feel free to be your first time with us as well. So, Carl,
I hear you better than yesterday. Yesterday, you were your microphone was off, or in our evening mastermind. It was hard.
Now I'm on my laptop, but it should be better yesterday because I have the microphone. Maybe I kept it too far, probably.
No, it was on off. We were pasting the words and say, I think he said that.
Maybe the connection was. Looks like connection wasn't so good, unfortunately. But
you don't live up the mountains?
No, I'm in the capital here.
Capital,
Well, you
yeah.
could do, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, well, Carl, you
No.
got the link as well. So maybe Carl be able to join us. I think he's actually, I think he's working away. So it depends on the
We will
connection
see
he's
when
got.
he arrives.
Uh,
Yes.
So let's get back to the subject. Like I said, Els, you've got a mixture of people on your team, and I'm sure Christopher has dealt with a mixture of people, because some people come in. I had the conversation with Matty yesterday, and then I had two identical conversations yesterday with people thinking they're not getting the results quick enough. And I said to them, I always say to them, it's not a race. You know, it doesn't matter if it takes you 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, as long as you get there, whatever it is. But I think some people get it into their head that they need these results quickly. This person's, oh, he's earning way faster than me. Why aren't I earning? And that sort of mentality creeps in. But it's nothing like that, is it? I mean, you want to start, you can add to it. How you must have a mixture of team members. Some are quicker than others. That's just the way it is.
I have people who never done affiliate marketing and are very fast. I have people who done affiliate marketing and don't get it. Simply don't get it, but still will be there at their own pace. But yeah, on their own terms. That I say, look, it's guiding you through the training, and it helps. Well, yeah, they go broke, they go their own path, and then come back on that path, and then go the other way. Well, they come back. And then I have one, she is a rocket. She did affiliate marketing a little bit and fell away with her coach. She asked a couple of things and didn't get any answer of it. And she said, I need help. And yeah, I jumped on. Said, yeah, a good community with a lot of help, with a lot of support. We help you set up. I don't mind. I do every day a call if you want to get you there. And she did. We did a call every day, and she will surpass me. I cannot hold her back. She will fly over me. I'm 100% sure of that.
And Crispy, you must have you've been in the industry quite a while. You must see exactly the same. You're going to have people that just fly, that you don't have to work with, and others need more help, and just take the time. It's not a race, is it? It's just about getting the end result.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I always try to find, what is the problem? Because many people, they just, as you said, they want quick results, or some people just do it and they don't care. They don't think, they just listen to you and they get the fastest results, but nobody can guarantee that. I had an interview with one guy last week from my group, and he said he works with his students first about mindset, actually, so mental blocks, like he said. And he realized, maybe didn't before. I realized some problems people have, and this is probably the biggest. People must fix themselves before they can believe that they can do this. So, and I think this is the main point and biggest problem with people. It's hard to realize before they don't make any money that it is possible.
Yep.
That's a brilliant piece of advice, actually, because mindset is massive, and I can relate that to myself, because when I in my early days in the industry, I know now that my mindset wasn't right. I didn't believe so at the time, because you hear these things and you think you know better and stuff like that. We've all been there, you know. You think, oh, I know better than this, I know better than that. But it came to a stage where I knew something needed to change, and I took on a ton of mindset training, and it changes everything. You're 100% right. I mean, I'm massive on mindset. You know, once you get that mindset right, and you have that mindset shift, as they call it, everything changes, everything falls into place, and things like that. So that's quite a good approach, to have the mindset training with your students first. I mean, like you said, a lot of people have that wrong mindset, you know, whether it be from losing money, being in a program that hasn't worked before, they think things don't work or whatever. And if they come in with that negative mindset, then it's not going to work. I've covered the employee mindset on here more than once. It was a big one that I learned from one of my mentors. Coming in with the employee mindset, I'll give it a month and see how it goes. And it's the worst attitude to come in with, because you're setting yourself up to quit before you've even started. Because as soon as you get sort of week, 10 days down the line, you're starting to see the end. 30 days. Hang on a minute. I've not made anything. I'm certainly not going to make anything in 30 days. I might as well quit now and try something else. And that's what happens. And I had that. We had this on a live, didn't we? It was a short while ago because one of my guys lasted 9 days. 9 days, and he decided that the program wasn't working, and that was it. And he pulled himself out of all the groups and disappeared. You know, it's just, and you think 9 days. It was just, you know, there wasn't even a conversation. I just got a message. He said, "Phil, this isn't working for me. I've given it everything, and that's it." And by the time I'd even managed to try and communicate with him, he'd left my group, he'd left the academy groups. he was gone. So I was like, okay, next, we'll move on. You know. The program
he just dipped his toe in and was gone. Yeah,
it was gone. You know, I mean, he was new, but you know, you just think, come on, you got to, you know, you got to come in with at least a 6-month mindset. I've got to give this it for a few months and really work hard at it, and then start to make a decision down the line. You know.
Yeah, similar. I had one guy. He just tried 2-3 weeks. We had 5-6 calls together, and then he said, "Oh, it's no, because I was promoting one affiliate program, and oh no way, they are making this money. They are making everything up. This is not working. It's working for him." And he stopped and he said, "I don't want to do this anymore." But yeah, it's, I think, also one of the problems. We are programmed to, at least here, but I think everywhere, most of the people are programmed to believe that you must do the work and get paid by hour, and then it's hard to transform to this situation, at least on time.
Yeah, it pays out further in time, huh? And it will pay out more further in time.
More and more.
You plant the seed. It's just planting the seed. You nurture it grow, and when fruits start to grow, then you harvest it, and it will be more than you expect.
Yeah.
But you have to give it a chance to grow. You have to give yourself the chance to grow, the chance to learn.
Yes.
And I learned that in my job too, because before I was a CFO, I need other people to learn from them. Even if I was the team captain, it's just, what are you doing? And let me see. And how are you doing? And let me see. Oh, now everything falls in place. Now I can do my job. And it took a month, before I was at pace, but then we can roll out.
That's right. It's like this. We spoke about when I joined OLSP. I mean, before I even entertained promoting it, I went through the training and everything first. I wasn't interested in trying to get people showing what I was doing. I wanted to learn about the program first, and so basically what I did was I went through all the training. Well, we got a Carl. Hey, Carl.
Hey.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, he's made it. Hey, Carl. Yeah, the first thing I did, it was I went through all the training first. I went through all the academy training, and then I upgraded. I went through all the domino training. Then I went through the dashboard. You know, I wanted to just know my way around the dashboard. I wanted to know where everything was. I wanted to know how to find things. We've covered this before. This is all before I even started to actually promote and start talking about the program. So then by that time, when people started coming on board and they were able to say to me, "Hey, Phil, do you know where the resources are for the banners?" Yeah, they're direct straight to it. How do I update in the account? Yeah, that's in the top right-hand corner. I'd learned all this, and you need to be in that position to learn. You need to know about the program. Like you said, it's like being in an office or whatever. You need to know, if someone says to you, "Where do I find this?" You can, go down here, but it's there. It's no different. You've got to treat it like you would any business and treat it like coming in, and that's what it's all about. Carl came on, he's dropped out. I think he's lost his internet again. He is travelling, and I believe he's up. He was in Scotland yesterday, and he's not due home for a while. So he does a tour bus driver, and he's away from home a bit as well. So but he's a good guy, and he needs the income. And I think that's a massive point that we can pick up on. That I spoke to a lady yesterday. I spoke to a lady yesterday, and she said, "Yes, I would like the additional income." She said, "But right now, I need the additional income." I said, "There's a massive difference from something."
That's a drive.
That's a good word, Eels. That's a good word. I said that's a massive difference. For someone who needs it, they're going to put in far more work, effort, etc., than someone who just wants to earn a bit of money. You know, if you need it for a particular reason, you're going to have. It comes down to mindset again, doesn't it? That you're going to take a completely different approach, because if you need something to work, you're going to give it everything.
Yeah, I have the need to come out of my depression back then, and it helped me immensely. And I need people, and I need doing my job, what I love to do, but not anymore for somebody else's pocket, because they will ruin it all afterwards. And after 2 months that I leave, the same things that happened again. People were leaving, so I coached the team, and after my department that that project was done, everybody packed up and bye. Yeah, that hurts. That's a waste of my time from their time, and I just want a team that tries. People who are staying in there and doing their thing and become the best version of themselves in affiliate marketing. That is what makes me happy to see that. I'm not needing in dire need of money. I don't. But I love to see that, and that makes me happy. My heart is in there. So yeah, I hope people will see that too. Your heart is in there.
Yes.
You will have the joy afterwards. After the first commission or more commissions, you will say, I have that hunger to help that people, and my team is doing great. Finally.
Yeah, and that's it. It's clear to see that you have the passion. You can see that with the people that you work with, and that's the difference. And working with those that want it to work is so much better. And you're right. We all want to do well in what we're doing. We all want to do well, obviously, but it's nice when your team members start doing well, especially the ones who we bring on board. They've never earned any money before online, and you can help them earn their first commission. Yeah. It's a great feeling, and they get that lift, and we love doing that. And I'm sure, Crespi, you've been in the industry a while. You must still get that same feeling. Helping someone start earning is a massive lift.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the main thing here, and that's why I like. First time, I'm really proud of what I'm promoting 100%. I did many programs, I did many things, because I started 24 years ago. But first time people get real support, and then when they go through Ilse or you or me, they get extra support, and those calls are something that I don't think many other programs have.
No. And every day, Krasimir, they can come up to Dominators, have the questions. Dominators VIP is in there, and we help.
Yeah, and many programs do they want them to buy the high ticket course, and they give them the videos, and then they basically leave them, and then it's impossible to make any success.
Here you go, right. A script and go, yeah.
Yeah, I think we all agree with that. That the difference with this program to others is almost second to none. It really is. I mean, that's what attracted me to it straight away. And once people start to see Wayne once or twice, they can see what a completely different person he is in regards to sort of owner and creator of a program. There's a guy who clearly doesn't need to be here. But he loves being here. He loves doing what he's doing, and it starts from the top. It's like anything, isn't it? You get that input of enthusiasm and positivity from the top. It goes right the way through, and that is exactly what happens, and it goes all the way down. Look at this comment I've just had from Dr. M. He said, "You're having all VIPs in your live. What are you waiting for?"
We do that for our Dominators. We absolutely do that for our Dominators.
Don't you start, Dr. M. Just because you're a celebrity and you're co-hosting the next live training, we notice your name is now as a co-host. So I think this celebrity status, I think you're too good for our lives, actually.
Oh, no.
If you want to join us, Dr. M, then I'll put you on the spot. Carl's been trying to rejoin a couple of times. He's having trouble with his internet. I've just dropped him a message telling him to use his phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, especially if he's in a hotel. It probably probably be a lot better. That's what I did when I was away in France. It's a far better way of connecting if you're having trouble.
I have a card to put in my laptop.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I want to travel. You guys know. I'm about. If everything is about up and running, I have my van and I.
You're the travel queen. Yeah, this is becoming a VIP exclusive live.
Yesterday was great with Dr. M.
Yeah, Carl says I'm here, but he can't seem to get it. Yeah, Carl, try setting your phone as a hotspot, because I think you're probably in a hotel or something, and hotel Wi-Fi's are a bit iffy. If you go into your phone and set it as a hotspot, then if you know how to do that, Carl, just go into your Wi-Fi mobile settings, set it as a hotspot, and then you'll be able to connect to your phone. Try it that way. It might work, it might not.
For the dominators, Dr. M does a lot.
We said he's done that. That's not working either. Okay, it's difficult with hotel Wi-Fi's. But we saw you briefly. Who knows? He's trying his best, but he's here. He's learning, listening. Carl was.
Yeah, let him listen in, and you learn. No, what I was saying to Casimir, we VIPs, we sometimes come together and say, I have a trouble. I cannot help a dominator with this, and it's let her come on my call, and we solve it in 50 minutes.
I think more and more people are seeing that now as well. It's so good. It's so helpful. And Dr. M mentioned it yesterday. The fact that he helped you out just recently. My first contact I had with him was
Jesse out, and
was him helping me something out. And you don't normally see that in a program. Normally, other programs are all about my team, his team.
Each other as competition, and we're not competition. Yes. We are in that program. We are helping each other, because if we are a competition and everybody is doing badly, then the program will do badly, and we don't want that. It's our secrecy. It's what's make us money, and it's we see it as our own company in a company, and we help each other out, because the success of another is our success.
Yesterday, actually, that happened. I put on my table what I'm working on, and then Dr. M gave me many ideas, and he actually started to improve it very quickly. So
he's a tech guy, Excel, pivot tables, everything.
That is the difference. The community we have here. I mean, like you said, you don't have to just be relying on your upline or your sponsor or whatever. I know I can contact anybody now in this community and say, hey, look. I've got a problem with this. I mean, Jesse spoke to one of my dominators and things like that, and he wasn't direct. He wasn't going to gain anything from it, but he just did it to help. It was as simple as that. He said, "I'll talk to him. Give me his information. I'll reach out to him." And how nice is that? He had no benefit to doing it whatsoever, but he reached out anyway. It's great stuff. We've also got Richard. Who's I just noticed on the phone that he's watching. Richard was my first VIP. He went straight up. He went straight through.
Richard.
Really, really good. Again, he's brand new to the industry, but he's been a bit of a slower learner, but he's doing it. And he's going for everything.
We catch him,
and he's still got the right positive attitude. He tells me regularly, I'm going to make this work. It will work. I believe in it. I believe in the program, and that's what we spoke about. That's what Chris had touched on. He's got that mindset right. He's not entertaining the fact that it's not going to work. He knows he's going to get it right. He knows it's going to come together, and he knows it's going to come off. And I said to him, you maintain that attitude, and it's going to come together. It's going to work. Because that's what it's all about, isn't it, Chris?
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, definitely. That's the main thing that is more important. We just need to change our mindset and start believing that this works, and start doing daily things, just like we discussed yesterday, and finishing them up, and see what are your disadvantages, why you are not doing what you should be doing. As you noticed yesterday, I'm having problem to finish all the stuff I want to do. So that's what I've been working on, and I'm improving, and this will help a lot. after yesterday.
And not only that, don't stop yourself. because it is
Yeah.
that you stop yourself in your mind. That's all it is.
Yeah, even after some time it happens.
I stopped myself by hitting a wall. My
Yeah.
body shut down. That's how crazy I am. I'm the other side. I have to learn to slow down. But
Yeah.
mentally, people stop themselves. Why?
I can understand some people you can see it, but I think it's easy, especially if they're relatively new and they're not getting results.
Yeah.
Then you can see why the negativity or the self belief can soon drop off. It is because we've all been there. We've all been new. We know what it's like when you're struggling to earn and struggling to get
It was
people
exciting to be new.
You know, yeah, it was, but at the same time, if results aren't coming in, it can become disheartening. I know I've been there. I know a lot of people have been there. If you're doing it, but once you know, the difference is now because we have the experience. We know all three of us. We could go the next month without a single person coming in, and it wouldn't make any difference to what we do because we know we would just continue doing what we're doing, and then you're going to get an upsurge again. But for somebody else that's say new or struggling and not getting results, you can see how they would go the other way. You can see how they'd go down, start losing the belief, and then once that disbelief creeps in, they then believe that the program isn't working, and they will shift, and that's when they change to something else.
Don't you see that some people are try to learn it on themselves and then go in a cocoon and never talk to anybody? I see those things happening. Even if we reach out, it's yes, it's good, but please, if you are new, help is on the way. Just say it, and we help you jump on. And
Carl just commented exactly that. Is it that? Because Carl said the hardest thing is seeing no results and still keeping the faith. So he's just hit right on what we've just been talking about.
Ask help. The hardest thing, I did a Facebook post over it, and it is, I am somebody who never asked help. But asking help isn't giving up, huh?
That's true, but you must imagine many of those people tried different programs, and they, even if they asked help, they wouldn't receive it. And then when they go here,
they don't
after a few weeks, they have this. It's much. We always must start to see what is in their head, what happened to them in the past. So
yeah, and I hope the sponsor is the mentor is somebody who sees that, and if it isn't, we will jump on. If we see some comments like, "Oh, I don't get it," or something like that, that we can help. We are there. We're doing that stuff, but you have to give us that little spark that we can see you need that help. Just a little help, and you will be helped.
That's right. And we all talk about it so many times, and consistency is the big one, and that's the biggest thing I talk about to people. Just keep doing, get yourself a routine, develop that daily consistent routine, and do it every day. Just get a small routine, even if it's 4 or 5 things, and do them every day. Do a live, do a reel like you do. Yours, do a Facebook post, do some sort of advertising, whatever, and just get that momentum. Richard just come up on that. That my first VIP, which we were just talking about, he's watching. And I spoke about his attitude just now. Look at this. I'm never giving up. The world wasn't built in a day. And Phil, I thank you for all you have done for me, and I will succeed. So there we go. That hits the nail on the head. This is what we've all been talking about. I've spent a lot of help with Richard, and he still reaches out to me, and I'll message him every single time back, and he knows that. And just because he's went straight up to VLP doesn't mean that I'm not there to help him anymore. It's the same with James. I said,
look, you feel so proud. I know the proudness in you feel that, like he's making it.
And they appreciate the help, and these, and his attitude, you can see it there, Chris. You can see the positivity just in that. I'm never giving up. The world wasn't built in a day, and that's, you got that mindset there, that positivity. That's what will carry him through. And one day, Richard, it's just going to be like a puzzle. It's all going to drop into place. And once you start that ball rolling, you'll be like the high ticket queen that we got sitting here this week, who just can't seem to stop making commissions at the but look at the work she puts in, but you maintain that consistency and it pays off, and that is just the way it is. But a great comment, Richard, really, really good comment, and that positivity there shows, doesn't it?
It is. It all what matter is what first comes from yourself. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have 2 people that were my students before, and I'm still in contact all the time with them. And both of them are very interested into OLSP. I think if they join, they will crush it. So it will be fun. And both of them showed. I didn't talk much about it to them, but whenever I mention it, they always want to know more. And we'll see in the next few weeks.
Yes, Crosby. Yes. I want to see that. People who are really nail it like this.
You know what I want to say? I want to say to Wade, here is the high ticket buyer for you. Now you.
Now you. I have maybe some.
Because they really are from me, and I will give to him.
You need them and say now you can make them whole.
Yeah, I sold to them before. Now you can sell to them.
Yeah, throw it back on him. Throw it back. We'll do a post in the academy group. Thank you. Here, Wayne. There's a high ticket buyer for you.
Yeah.
Do a post like he's done.
We'll go.
I'm trying to make too many jokes lately with Wayne.
Yeah, you get a nickname then.
So where are we at?
I will have to slowly go now. It was fun, and I will join you a few times for sure more. So it was great seeing you.
And you, Chris. Every day, 2 p.m. UK time, I'm here. So you're welcome to join
I normally do
as with anybody. Wheels is now between sort of 2 and 2:15. She's sort of on flexi time now.
Yeah, I had to. My domain name was Mask, and I didn't know. I had to call somebody. I said there's something wrong. Tested it and said your domain name is Mask. Okay.
But thanks for joining, Chris. You're welcome anytime. Carl did try and join us, but
I had technical difficulties.
Yes, but hotel Wi-Fi is not the best. So I haven't seen any more questions coming in. So it's been yet another good one. We even had a flying comment from Dr. M. Who, Carl's trying to join again, but it's coming up down the bottom of my screen that his device is not connected properly. So it's a shame. We'll hang on for a minute, see if he comes up. Richard's just thrown in a comment. Richard just put, I don't want a handout. I will get this done. I see the power in the program and I'll make it work. And what a powerful statement that is, Ilse, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not the hands out. Huh? It's you're doing it yourself, but sometimes you need help because there are so many people are doing this so long, and I get help. I'm a VIP. I get help from even dominators. I think they are helping me out, but we help each other out. So Richard, if there is a question, drop it. Phil knows what to do, and if he doesn't know right away, he will get the answer, and that's how we learn ourselves too. You have a question, we think, oh no, that's not the type of answer I can give you. He will ask.
That's
we
right.
have to.
And don't forget, Richard, you have access to the VIP Zooms. So
yes,
Carl's trying to get on again. Let's just bring Carl. We're getting there, Carl. Look, here we go. Look. Hello, mate. Yeah.
How are we doing?
Finally made it. Yeah, Richard, don't forget you got access to the VIP Zooms, and if you can get on those, you're going to be in the presence of all the VIPs. And it doesn't matter if you're struggling to get going, Richard. Don't feel that you can't speak out. And if you want to reach out to Bills, reach out to Bills. We're all here to help each other. Carl, we made it. We made it. We finally
did.
we were trying to hang on to a bit longer to see if you managed to get your connection doing. How are you?
Yeah, I had to do a bit of a restart.
Oh, you did. But you made it with us now. You got there in the end.
Yeah.
In the end, yeah.
The trouble is, I don't use the laptop all the time, and it's been in my bag for about a week.
Oh yeah. Any updates that you have to do? The laptop.
Yeah, so many.
Aye. Yeah.
But this is good. I mean, you're where are you now? Are you still in Scotland or
No, I'm in Carnforth now. It's
you're in Carnforth
about
now? Okay.
it's about 2 hours drive from Stirling.
But this is who we were speaking about. I mean, he's not going to be due home till next weekend, but he's now trying to fit things in between.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be my day off, you know.
Day off, but you're putting a bit of work in. You put a couple of hours in is better than nothing, you know. And you're turning up on a Zoom, you know.
Yeah.
You're in the company of myself and Ills. Is there anything you want to ask us, Carl?
No, I've just been really sitting back and watching and listening and taking it all in, pretty much. As you know, I've been around a few years, but like you said before, there are people out there that have been in this industry for a long time but never actually made any money. You know, so and that's kind of where I was until I came across this. So, yeah.
And you earned your first commissions with it, didn't you? You know, you earned your first commissions.
And it's still creeping in, you know, without me doing a lot. So it's working.
Yeah.
It will work, yeah. And as I spoke to you yesterday, we can get your follow-up mails added in and things like that. And that'll creep it up even more. And I can help you really sort of kickstart things, and we'll get you boosted because you got quite a large following on Facebook, and it's managed. You can try and utilize.
It's about 3,500 at the moment.
So that's if we can.
Wow.
So we can try and utilize that and sort of wake them up a bit and get them to sort of see what you're doing. And because Facebook's huge. That's what I've been relaying to James as well. James is in a very similar position to yourself. He's struggling to learn, but he's getting it together. But he's just started to getting comfy now with making a few mobile lives. And he's already getting quite a lot of views, quite a lot of comments. And I said that to him. I said, this is big. People are starting to take notice of you now. At first, he was hardly getting anything, but he started to do them almost daily. And he's getting more and more comments, more and more viewers. And I said, you're getting the attention of people now. They're starting to
I'm not scared of going in front of people and talking. You know, that's kind of what I do for a living.
It is.
And there is what it starts. If you can do the more marketing by just talking and talking, see the videos what Phil does and anybody else in OLSP. If you practically
it's a massive thing, Carl. I mean, if you can just start. Wayne talks about it all the time, doesn't he? Anybody can get their face on camera, puts you a leap ahead of other people because you get that immediate trust factor. This is a real person. I'm not just dealing with somebody hiding behind a picture of a car or whatever. You don't
and really you don't realize who's watching.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I got to a point when I was doing it about 2 years ago, and I was doing a live every day, and I got to a point where I was going on holiday. And I was at Holyhead crossing the sea to Ireland, and I was checking in with every other car, and this guy in a high vis jacket came up to knocked on the window, so I ran the window down. I thought he was going to tell me off for something. He said, "I follow you. Hi, Carl. How are you doing?"
Celebrity.
Yes, we have a celebrity in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But
my God.
And we touched on this point yesterday, didn't we? When Dr. M was here, I said people will follow you and watch what you're doing for days, weeks, months, even.
Yeah.
And these ones that are watching and are following, very often will never like, they'll never comment, they will never engage with you whatsoever. They just they're silent watchers. You know,
he was a silent watcher.
You're right. They suddenly contact you. They suddenly come out and they say, "I've been watching what you've been doing," Can you tell me more about this? You know, and this can be going weeks, months down the line. The amount of people that will watch what you're doing.
One of my high tickets, I didn't know. He just hopped on. He saw a comment in a group of mine, and he was curious. He went to my Facebook group. He followed everything. I never spoke to the guy, and boom.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on, who are you? As such contact, because a high ticket, okay, but I didn't know you. Who are you?
Look, Carl was somewhere. Well, Carl's an example. Carl was somewhere on my friend list. How we end up on he ended up on my friend list, who knows? But somewhere from the past, he ended up on my friend list. We'd had no connection prior to that, no conversation. But when I was putting everything in place, I put my Facebook group together, and he came through the Facebook group because I just invited everybody bit by bit, and Carl came forward and said, "Can you tell me more about this? I'd like to look at what's going on." And here he is, you know, and that's how, which is why when I said to James, he said, "Oh, a lot of my people, they may not be interested." I said, "Invite them all." I said, "Because you
never know.
You can't prejudge anybody." I said, "You can't prejudge anybody," you know, and I said, you'll have some, especially these days, there's so many people looking for extra incomes for, you know, since COVID or whatever it is. So many people like Carl, who's just getting to the stage now, he's fed up with doing all these hours on the road, being away from home and things like this. You know, he wants something better.
It's good for the can, you know, but. Yeah, I mean, my arms are brown and my face is brown.
But you might not mind if you're driving around the south of France or somewhere. But you know, as it is, it's Scotland, or you know, you got the views in Scotland, obviously. You know, wherever you are now.
We've had some lovely weather. It's only been this last couple of weeks that's been bad. Yeah. So anyway.
But you made it on. It was great that you made it. I was trying to hang on a bit long because we normally only go to about half an hour or so. But you tried a few times to pop on, so I thought let's hang on and see if he gets his connection together, and he did. You know. Yeah. So is there anything else you want to ask us, Carl? Is there any? I mean, you made that comment a little while back. I take it you were referring to yourself when you said the hardest thing seeing as it was and still keeping the faith, or was that a general?
Well, that's right. I mean, when you're, you know, I'm talking about a few years back now, but when you're doing like lives every day and you're doing everything you possibly can, and you're seeing no results, it's really hard to keep the faith and keep doing it. And I know all of a sudden it will change, but at the time you don't see it.
No, I mean, I do get that. I do understand that.
All you see is money coming out your pocket, and you're just topping it up and topping it up and topping it up. And then, you know, you just really, really have to have that faith.
It's like in everything. A toddler who is trying to get up and run. As parents, you go, "Oh, come on. And suddenly it walks. And you didn't see it. It was like,
Well, I think Ilse touched on it in a massive way, and this program, this community is so different to anything else that we've been involved with. And you know, and you hit the nail on the head a little while back. It was about speaking out, you know, and it doesn't always have to be myself, Carl. If you can't get hold of me, get hold of Ilse. You know, and if you're really struggling, just say, "Look, nothing I seem to be doing is working," and she might be able to say, she would just talk to you. She would say, What have you been doing? Let's find out what's working and go through it, because you know it makes a massive difference. And sometimes you just need a different idea from somebody else, because there are people that want it like yourself and that would do everything they can to make it work, like Richard, etc. There's other people who think they're doing loads when they're actually not doing anything, you know. And that's not. We're not saying that's yourself, but we've seen it when we had one a couple of weeks back. What are you doing? I've posted my link on my timeline, but no one's joined. You know, and you think hello, but they say, but no one's signed up yet. Well, what else have you been doing? What else have you been doing? I posted it at a traffic exchange. Okay, right. So you know, and people just think, oh, I'm just going to post it on my timeline, and everyone's going to jump on.
No.
You know, it takes a lot of work. We got another comment from Richard.
My
Richard.
screen's gone black, so
We see you still.
We can just about see. Yeah, we can see you still. It's got a bit.
well, my screen's gone completely black. So.
Okay, we can still see you. Richard just said the way to keep the faith is seeing that it works. You can see results from others and just say it will work for me also. That's a brilliant. Richard, your mindset is definitely in the right place here, and that's hitting the nail on the head again. You know, and I've said that to people when they look at the program. You know, if you come into this program and you can see that it's working for people and many different people, there's not one of these Facebook groups where just the same person is getting the results or one or two people. You've only got to look in the academy group, and it's full of different people earning on a regular basis. We've got some of the who obviously commented from my group. We haven't got the name on it because obviously come from the group, and that's why we need to have people supporting you from that field, encouraging you and giving you the right push. So I'm not sure that is because they've come from the group. It hasn't identified them, the Facebook thing. But again, you know, it's all encouragement, it's all support. Something that you're massive on. It was working with people, working with team members. You know,
and I don't work with anybody. I work with people who want to work. And sorry if you don't want to. Yeah, just say it. It's my time too, and my effort and my everything in it to make you go the final steps.
Okay. Oh, Dr. M, that was me. Oh, you see.
Incognito.
No, I mean,
he's repeated his comment. That was Dr. M's comment. There we go. That's where we need to have people
like I told you, Phil. I've got some people that have commented and contacted me privately, but they've never taken it any further. So it's just
there you go. They don't take it any further. Why do I have to? It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and I know, Carl. When you're in that early stage and you're getting to that position where you need to get your first people on board, it's very easy to become almost desperate, isn't it? I think that's the word. You start to sort of cling on to these people, thinking, "Please join, please come on board." But you'll get to that. You'll easily surpass that. And because if you've shown them the value and you've shown them everything about the program, which I know you have, and if they're not jumping on, then just say, hey, have a think about it, let me know, and just move on. And if they really want to learn and want to do it, they'll come back. And 9 times out of 10, it's the people that you really expect to join quite often don't. And quite often it's the other way around. You think, I don't think this person's going to do much, and they come straight in, go bomb, dominator. We have it. You can't predict people, but
there you go. You can't predict people. That's a good thing. It is. You cannot predict people.
I don't chase them either. If they ask me, then I will have a conversation and show them that it's got to be their choice, really.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, and once they come, if they're in your position, because Carl, you want people like yourself. Like I always said, be selective about who you work with. You want people like yourself that want to get involved because they need it to work. They need the income. They need it to work. They know it's the right program, and they're going to do everything that they can. You don't want the tire kickers that are just going to come in. Oh, I'll give it a go. See what I think. And
I've had a few of them.
They're not worth the time, and they're not worth your time, and your time's valuable, Carl. You got to remember that. You got to invest your time wisely, both in what you do and in the people you work with. Because otherwise you'll get this one person that will drain all your time. I've been there. They'll drain all your time, all your hours, and 9 times out of 10 they'll never do anything and they'll just leave. Because and that's what happens. And that'll come. And trust me, it's all going to come. It's going to come for you. It's going to come for Richard. It's just going to drop into place. We've got. I don't think we should go to the live on. We got a host. I don't think we're good enough for Dr. M's live. Do you? It was. I think he's a bit. I think he's sort of celebrity status now.
I don't know.
Missing
Dr. M.
I think we might have to get special
I
permission.
cannot miss Dr. M. I have a daily dose of Dr. M. So
Him and his best mate.
It'll be Sir M before long.
Professor M.
Yeah, Professor M. Yeah, him and his best mate Wayne.
Oh yeah.
So brilliant to have you on, Carl. I'm so pleased you made it. We hung out to hopefully get your connection sorted, and you did. So it's great to have you. A massive step forward, jumping on. It always goes on about it all the time. Turn up, show up for these things, get on these Zooms, get on the lives, get on the huddle calls.
And I hope more people from OLSP don't just come here.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
I'm getting
the eyes.
These lives we're only 3 weeks in, and they're already getting more. Oh, hang on a minute, we're not going yet. We're not going yet. Look at this. Look, we have a celebrity wants to join us.
There you go.
Hang on a second.
Show me the link.
Shoot me the link. Yeah, I get my daily dose of Dr. M.
Oh, 1 second. Let me find Dr. M on here.
Come on.
Only have about 5 minutes before they kick us off. So I think.
I know. I'm going to get it to him quickly. Hang on. There we go, Dr. M. It's in your inbox. Oh, yeah. I hope nobody else wanted to do anything this afternoon, because we're here for the afternoon now. So cancel all your calls.
It's Yahoo. It is Saturday, and I have some. Wait.
So we're gonna wait for our celebrity, our celebrity, for Sir MB to turn up. It's in your inbox, Dr. M. Whenever you feel to join us. As if you're not too busy with Wayne, if you've got time for us low lifes over here.
Yeah, when is it our event?
The next one, is it Monday? I don't know. Anybody else got any questions? Richard,
Monday.
Still watching. If you've got any questions more, Richard, while we're still here, we're just waiting for Dr. M to show up. Well, look at the time here at 57 minutes today. This is set a new record now.
Oh, we can go on.
If it was Zoom, we'd have been kicked off by now.
Yeah, that's 40 minutes. If you have the personal account and business is longer.
Dr. M just said he didn't get the link. Yeah, you did. Hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, it's still sending for some reason. It's not. I'll try it again.
It's slow.
It is. Yeah, it's still showing.
Wait.
It's still showing the send in my end.
I will see if I can give him the link.
Yeah, see if you can drop it into him. I've just checked. It does actually still say sending. So I think it's playing up a little bit.
Dr. M, I sent you the link.
There you go.
Yes.
I heard him pop then. Here he is. Here we go. How are we doing? How are we doing, Sir M? We're going to call you now.
Sir M.
I'm trying to focus, and every second I have Dr. M. Else leave me alone.
Never.
How are you, Carl? All is good?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
This is our first time for Carl, one of my dominators, Dr. M, and he's still in the early stages. And you commented on his comment earlier, I believe, where Carl's. I'm going to call it back up. Yeah, Carl made this comment, Dr. M, of the hardest thing, seeing no results and keeping the faith, and that's what you can give him some words of wisdom.
That will happen every time. And
Yeah.
it takes time until suddenly, out of nowhere, it will start coming where you. I've stayed. I else know that exactly. I've stayed for around 3 months with $50 commission.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, suddenly it's 200, and then whoop, it started coming.
Yeah, exactly.
There is always some ups and downs, and I think what kept me through, and this is the first time I say it, but it's true. It's like I have daily communication with Els. I have daily communication with Howie. I have daily communication with Al. I'm jumping on every huddle. I'm jumping on every mastermind. I'm doing my piece of work. And those guys are pushing me like crazy. That's why I commented that, Phil.
Well, you'd be called to get the knighthood soon.
What? A
Sir.
knighted.
Sir.
A knighthood to be Sir
knight.
M.
So,
Yeah,
Don't give Wayne an
I like your
idea,
T-shirt,
please.
by the way.
he will. And yesterday,
I like
he
your
knew
T-shirt,
how to
Dr. M.
Excel.
Yeah,
Yesterday,
but I asked Polo's shirt for OLSP.
Yeah.
Where's my
I-
VIP Polo's shirt? And Matty
I
Span.
always- Yeah, I always say to people, of course I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice.
yes,
I
sure,
do that all
Yes.
the time.
and that's it.
but Carl, you commented. We messaged after the live yesterday, and you in particular pointed out that you got a great lift and some wisdom just from the short time that Dr. M was on yesterday, and the things that he
Yeah,
said.
of course. Yeah.
And that reiterates the point of turning up on other lives, other Zooms, other huddles, because you'll be able to hear things. Somebody will say something, you go, aha, that's a really good bit of information, and reach out to anybody. Reach out to anybody, you know. But yeah, not that he needs any more praising up, but he took quite a lot of inspiration from what you said yesterday, and he gave Carl another lift from a different direction, Dr. M. So he's good for that. He helped me out first time we met. He helped us out recently. You know, that's what we want everybody to do well. It's not just one. It's not me and my show. It's everyone. You know.
It's that's the beauty of this community. It's like we said in our lives. It's the beauty of this community. So if you have any question, you just shoot it out anywhere. And there is people who are. This is also, there is sometimes, you know, like you are really busy and you cannot answer, but it still it stays in your mind where, no, I have to come back. I have to get to that thing and just answer it back. And this is what happened every time. So with anyone, so else just jump anywhere. I see her. She's anywhere doing everything to help people, and it started
Me too.
it started really paying off for her wherever she's promoting. Phil, it started to pay off to pay it for you, sure. But I don't know why you are still not VIP. I don't know. Later on, we'll see.
I know. Wayne asked me the same question, so
We see what you do, what you can do. That's why we ask. We don't need anybody in VIP who does nothing. They're hanging around.
You're everywhere. You're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. I'm like a bug.
It's good. Dominator. 1 second. Let's state it like this. Dominator already as it's at its current state. I'm not even talking about the future state of Dominator. I'm talking about the current state of Dominator. The amount of information that you have inside, I will say I've never seen it outside. There is some good programs. There is some very attractive and not shiny program, but they give real value. But the community behind that Dominator is enormous. Is really, you get what you are paying for. Now, if we are talking about VIP, this is something else. I've seen things in VIP that they were always just in front of my nose, that I've never, taken care of it. I've never looked at it, and suddenly it's like, I can do this. Yes, I've always done it, but I've never used it that way. And this is where it starts. You start to be creative. You start to be like, I will let you know, 90% of the things that I'm helping people with are things that I already knew, but I've never used them.
Interesting.
And the 10% is what VIP taught me to do. You got the whole thing. It's not like it's if you don't do the work, even if you go to VIP, it's like burning your money to go to VIP. But if you want, if you're not really, this is what is Wayne saying. If you're an action taker and you just you are just in the right place and you will take those actions, there is no limit. Sky is the limit in VIP, and that's true.
But not only that, Wayne calls you, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have to call him; he calls you up.
Yes. It's like yesterday. We were on our mastermind, on our weekly mastermind, and it happens that I'm good at Excel. So I said that people needed something, so I said I will do it. It's okay. I've done it. I've shared it. Now we are going to look at it, how we will improve it, and then we will share it with people. And that will be a big help for everyone, not only VIP, for everyone. It will go downline to anyone who joins, I think, Dominator or VIP. And this is the beauty of the community. If you look at those training, you will see that there is some training where Wayne is just in our training. There's some people coming to make us to do training for us, to train us. Those guys are coming from either from VIP or from Wayne Connection or from anyone connection. Krizo, the person who was early on that live, the first time he came to VIP, he made a full mastermind on how to create groups and how to do groups and how to grow groups, Facebook groups, and how to follow up with groups. The guy just came in. He is good at something. Wayne gave him the stage. Go ahead, teach people. This is the beauty of that community. So everybody is contributing. And whenever you ask a question, you will be having tons of answers. And then it's up to you. You do the work, you will reach wherever you want.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Really, really good.
I don't have Phil.
Really good hearing.
I don't want to jump on those lives. I talk too much.
No, it's the
No, he says it
value.
itself.
Yeah, he said that to me in the chat yesterday. He came off and said, "Oh, I don't stop talking." But it's the value. But you love what you do, Dr. M, and that's it's plain to see, and that's the difference. You're not preachy. You love what you do. You love sharing the value, and that's what it's all about. And you touched on like the subject of the VIPs. I spoke to Wayne just recently, and he said to me, "You'd be amazed at the amount of VIPs that come in and do nothing." He said, "Do zero," and then wonder why they're not earning anything. And he said he sees so many of them, it's unbelievable. And he said,
"No, you don't see them. That's the
oh,
we don't see them.
No,
Dr. M,
we don't see
it's
them.
always the same that we see."
Yeah, the same faces. Yeah, it's all about the turning.
Talk again too much. No, the problem is this is the nature of this business. You have 90% of people promoting a magic button that really doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
And when they come into a program and they see, I want to jump immediately to the top level, because in the top level, this is where the magic button is. So they just jump in to the upper level and they wait for the magic button to happen.
Yeah.
And it never happens.
I made an analogy about that, huh?
Yes.
Phil?
Yes. There is no magic button. You have to take action. Wayne is showing you, or OLSP is showing you the way of doing it forward. You have to take those action. And as we spoke yesterday, yes, it is another job. Yes, it is another job. At that time, you are your own boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, would you employ yourself at that moment? Yes or no?
If you're not an action taker, stay on your job. Don't come here. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Just don't want to do anything and just wait for the money to come. This is not your right place. You want to do something with your life. You want to improve your life. You want to move from your current situation to a better situation. You have to take action. As simple as this.
I mean, look at yourself. Look at yourself today, Carl. Carl, you're currently working away. You're staying in a hotel somewhere, and you've turned up for the live today. Now that itself is taking action. You've turned up. You're gaining knowledge. You're taking part. You could have been putting your feet up or down, sitting in a hotel bar or whatever. But you've jumped on the live. That's a massive action taking in itself. Yeah. You're taking on knowledge. You're taking on advice. You're showing up, and the showing up is 90% of the work. If you show up and ask questions, get involved, that's why I turn up for the other Zooms. I turn up for the huddles when I can, because sometimes you're just going to hear something like the 10% that Dr. Emma's talking about. You're going to get that. Yeah. You're going to get that. Aha! I didn't think of that, and I didn't know that. And we spoke about like the Wang's knowledge of Facebook. We've laughed about this on the. I've been using Facebook for years, and the Wayne just goes into the corner of his Facebook, pulls out this side menu that I didn't even know existed. You're thinking, where did this come from? He's like, where did this come from? He's got this whole expansion at the side of his Facebook group. And I didn't know you could do this.
There's different Facebook pages for laptop, and for mobile phones, and for iPads. There's 3 different, formats. Yes. So if you want the full format, you've got to use your laptop.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
But it's all part of it. It's all part of it. I mean, you turned up yesterday, Carl. You've turned up again today. You're starting to develop a routine already now. You're starting to show up for things and get involved, and that it's all taking on knowledge.
Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. But
doesn't matter. But you turn up when you can.
Every time is the time.
Turning up twice a week is better than not turning up at all, isn't it? I mean, I had one of my VIPs say to me, I mentioned it to Will, he said he joined. This is a new guy who's new to the industry, and he's gone VIP. And he said to me, "Oh, I joined the VIP Zoom, but I didn't want to say anything." And I said, "Why not?" And he said, "Because they all knew far more than I did, and I didn't even know what they were talking about." I said, "Why didn't you speak up?" And he said, "I felt embarrassed to." And I said, "No." I said, "They're not going to go, oh, go away, you know nothing." I said, "These guys would embrace you." And he sat in silence, not knowing what they were talking about.
It's all life. It's all life experience at the end of the day.
And I said, if you go back on the Zoom, just speak up and say, "Hey guys, can you tell me what you talk? I don't get this." And to think that he sat in silence, but I said, "No, don't do that again." I said, just speak out. These guys will all help you. All of them. Don't be afraid to not speak up.
Yeah, I was in one group a few years back, and it didn't matter what you said; you were totally ignored.
And why you were in there? Yeah, why?
Yeah, so I didn't last very long in that group because you were just totally ignored, even by the person that you were supposed to be under. Just totally ignored you. Let you get on with it and make your own mistakes.
It's crazy. We've all been in different programs, different groups, unhelpful groups. I mean, and I know some people say you can't trust your upline and the rest of it, but sometimes that is true. But having the community is the big one. You've got the community of others. I know now that I can reach out to anybody. Hills, Dr. M. I've even shot Wayne messages before, and he always answers. Yeah. He might take a little while if he is busy, but he always answers. How often do you see that? But you can contact the owner or CEO directly, and they'll answer you.
The CEO.
It's unheard of.
I've had 2 conversations with him.
Just to jump on any huddle, ask Robert. Robert is well experienced in so many things. If Robert isn't able to answer, you will be having Howie, who is able to jump in. Rona, sometimes she helps. Mandy, she's there. Everybody in that huddle, the guys that has been there for a long time, are willing to help. Anyone.
Yeah,
Anyone.
Robert's excellent. I've spoke to Hills about messaging Robert before. I message Robert outside of the huddles, and he always gets back really fast. I call him like he's like the Mr. OLSP encyclopedia, isn't he? He's just, you know, you could ask him anything, and it's like getting an instant answer out of Google. You know, you just sort of type the answer into Robert's chat box, and he goes ding, and he comes back with the answer. Thank you, Robert. Cheers. You know, he's like, you know, he's like the OLSP encyclopedia. I call him. He's just, you know, you can just type a question.
I can't say it.
For your VIP, and for your VIP, guys, for the VIP who didn't talk during the VIP, if you don't ask for food, you will die hungry.
Yes.
Okay, correct or wrong?
Correct.
That's very true. Yes.
Wayne always start his mastermind. Who has any question? He immediately starts with everyone. Just if there is a new member, he will welcome him. He'll give him the stage to speak about himself. Then he asks, "Who has any question before starting our mastermind?" And sometimes we just forgot about what Wayne was coming to say, just in order to solve issues for people. And that happens so many times. We don't care about anything except just making sure that everybody is following up and knowing what is going on.
Yeah.
So tell him, please, Phil, from my part, next time, don't let me know him. Because I will check the message immediately. No,
you're calling him out.
Huh?
I do call you out if I see somebody new and we don't know him and they shut up. It's like, who's that?
Yeah. No.
Who are you in the corner?
I say, who is?
Tell him to reach out to anyone, and we are glad to help him.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
if we are busy, we will point him to the right person that can help him.
Yeah.
Well, it's been insane. We've been here an hour and 15, or hour and 17 now. We've been here.
17.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've set the record today. Yeah, we've beaten the huddle record. We've gone right past that. But it's been great because we've had Dr. M come on, we've had Chresmere come on. Carl managed to get his link sorted. It's growing.
A new high, Phil.
Sorry.
That's a new high.
A new high.
It's a new high. It is. It's growing, you know. And it was a massive help from Ilse yesterday. She gave me a shameless plug on Wayne's Zoom, and she threw it straight out there. A bit of free advertising, which was great for my hostess, you know, my co-hostess.
Yeah. Well, I show up and jump in, and if you.
But again, it comes back to the thing of consistency. Because I've set myself this 50-day challenge. Today is day 22. There's the routine building. You know, people are getting to know that I'm on, and people are turning up and saying, "Can I jump on?" And you know, they realise it's not just us trying to pitch OLSP all the time. That we're just chatting, helping people, and we're getting views afterwards. I'm getting comments after the lives. It's growing, and it's just again maintaining that consistency. It's doing it on a regular basis, and people are turning up and getting involved, and they get to know. Yeah, we're going to be on at 2:00. They're turning up. You know, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yep. That's very good. Keep it up. How many days now till now?
This is day 22. We're on day 22. Richard's just added, thanks everyone for all the information. I'm going to be more active in the groups. There we go. Get involved, Richard.
Yes.
Turn up to the Zooms. Yeah, Richard's VIP, Dr. M. So I mean, you know, he was my first VIP up, and he went straight through. And he's got a brilliant attitude. He wants to learn. He wants to get it working. Turn up, get on these calls, speak to the.
Does he have Skype? Oh,
I'm not sure.
Richard?
Have you got Skype, Richard? Just get on them. Ask these guys will help you 100%. You know, you'll get there. He does work long hours. He's a bit like Carl. He does 15-hour days quite often, so he does work a lot. But he does. He answered yes. He has Skype. There you go. So
perfect.
But there you go, Richard. Get involved with these guys. Get involved with Dr. M and
connect with us. We will make a group of VIP, and then we won't speak to Phil till he becomes one.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll just talk to Wayne. Don't worry.
No, we'll just talk to ourselves, you know.
Yeah, we'll just talk to. Yeah, don't worry.
Anyhow,
On that
it
note,
was
yeah.
great.
Richard
Yeah,
said,
see
"Okay,
you.
you will." Brilliant. Thank you, everyone. We're going to wrap it
Right.
up. It's been a brilliant live today. It's gone on,
It
but
is.
we don't
Yes.
mind. People were
Right.
jumping on and off. That's what it's all about, helping everybody get involved. Same
Yeah.
time tomorrow, UK time, 2
Yeah.
p.m. If you can make it, great. Thanks for your help, Dr. M. Thank you, Cole, for joining us. Els, thank you as
Nice
ever.
meeting you, Carl.
Um,
Nice meeting you, Carl.
all
See you
right.
soon.
See you soon.
okay, well,
See you
we'll
soon, Cole.
have a great day, everybody. We'll catch you next time.